Pat, what's this thing cut?
This is a half of a dumbbell shaped foam block. Like this.
Okay.
And then it goes together and forms a cool shape.
And how'd you design it?
I designed it in SketchUp and then exported it out and created G-code to cut it.
Okay. And so this computer here is running the code, right? This is Mach 2?
Yes.
Okay. And it's running on this micromill here. And what have you enjoyed about working with the micromill?
It opens up so many possibilities of what could be cut, things that you'd never think that you could actually cut yourself. So precise and that you could never do by hand.
Mm-hmm. And these are some of the things that you've done?
Yes.
So maybe you could tell a little bit about some of these shapes that you cut.
I started with the block, trying to cut my name on it.
This one right here.
Yeah.
And that didn't work so good.
Didn't work so good, so I moved on from the...
Then you did that one, and
whole letter
that
thing.
didn't work so good either. So then we sort of departed from letters and went to shapes. Okay. And then... and then what was this shape? What was the big deal with this one?
I was experimenting with curved edges for the first time.
Okay. And that moved on to this one.
Full spheres where you're having both edges slope in both directions instead of just over one direction.
And there's actually a couple of those. There's actually a whole bunch of. There's another one. And then on these, this surface is a little more rigid than some of the other ones. So these are painted.
Yes, they were painted with glue to make them sandable, more sandable. They look smoother.
Mm-hmm. And what was the idea behind this one here?
That was more for conceptual design of something, considering as a home entertainment and a place at my house.
Okay. What about this guy?
That was the first shape where I started to put two halves together to make a full 3D object that was curved all the way around.
And then you also made a negative shape too, right?
Yes.
And so you've got this negative shape that is the match for this positive shape. Yeah. So this is a key that would allow you to
recut into the middle of the positive shape, so you could put circuits or something inside to make whatever.
You could do something different.
You could do something.
And what has it been like working with CNC tools and design software?
Very interesting. It's cool, and the things that you can make with fairly little effort that you just wouldn't thought you could do.
And then one of these other ones here, this one, tell the story behind this idea, this project.
Mr. Connors was working with the 7th graders at the middle school, and they were using SketchUp to make designs, so we decided that if they posted them up on the 3D warehouse, I would cut them and he could deliver them back to them, and so they'd have a physical model of what they had been designing.
So they used the design software to make something in one building, then put it up online on the internet, and then you made a physical model of it. Now the process for making the physical model, that was bringing it into, what was that? Millwizard, right? And then Millwizard generates the G-code, and then this computer cranks out the G-code and makes the physical object.
Yep.
What have you learned about Mach 2 and this interface?
Very complicated. Many things in it that I do not understand what it fully does, and But once you get the general idea of where things you are that actually need to cut it, it's fairly straightforward.
So you kind of pick your battles and go from there.
Yes.
All right. Cool.